Hello everyone. In this video, we shall learn how to change exclamatory sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. I request every one of you to go through the video, and I feel that everyone will go through it very carefully and will do the regular practice also, because it is through regular practice only you are going to make it, and you will enjoy doing it later on. If you have still any questions, any doubts, please do write your questions, do write your doubts in the comment box, and I will reply back to you. So children, let's start with the change of exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. So first of all, we need to learn what is an exclamatory sentence. Okay, what is an exclamatory sentence? So we have intense emotions and feelings of sorrow, applause, pain, surprise as well, happiness, disgust, shock as well, admiration, etc. So sentences which express strong, sudden, and intense emotions. So through exclamatory sentences, we express strong, sudden, and intense emotions and feelings. Okay, and there can be different types of feelings. We can express the feelings of sorrow, applause, pain as well, surprise, happiness, disgust, shock, admiration. Okay, are called exclamatory sentences. Okay, there are some examples which I would like to show of exclamatory words. Uh, exclamatory words. They're also called interjections, such as hooray, bravo, fantastic, ouch, okay. These are interjections. We can use wow, yippee, magnificent, unbelievable. All right. So these are exclamatory words. Alas, these are exclamatory words which express different feelings. Hooray, which stands for excitement. Bravo, again, when we are excited, when we are very happy. Fantastic, we show a surprise over something. Ouch, some disappointment. Wow, also we use for showing a surprise. Yippee, whenever we are very happy. Magnificent, yes, something we are very much happy at, or we show our surprise pleasure. We use word like magnificent. Unbelievable is also we can use. Alas, to show sorrow. Okay, so these are the words. Let us understand what are interjections. Now, interjections are the words which are, or they may be phrases also. These are words, or interjections are words or phrases which are grammatically independent, which are grammatically independent, right, from the words around it, from the words around it. So this you have to understand that interjections, just I've shown you the examples above: hooray, bravo, fantastic, ouch, wow, etc. These are interjections. Okay, what are interjections? Interjections are words or phrases which are grammatically independent from the words around them. Okay, around it. They don't need any subjects or verbs. They don't need any subjects or verbs. They make complete, we would say, though sentence is to be defined as a group of words which makes complete senses, but interjections are words or phrases which are grammatically independent. They don't need any subjects or verbs. Okay, such exclamatory words mainly express feeling rather than meaning. So interjections are the words or phrases which are grammatically independent. Okay, and we know such exclamatory words, as we have now mentioned: hooray, alas, ouch, wow. These are the words, these are also called interjections. Such exclamatory words mainly express feeling, all right, rather than meaning. So words, the exclamatory words or interjections: hooray, wow, alas, fantastic, unbelievable. Just a short while ago we mentioned them. So such exclamatory words or interjections, they mainly express feeling rather than meaning. For example, right, we write over here, hooray, we won the match, right? So in this, the emotion of joy is being expressed. Emotion of joy. Another example we can take: alas, I failed the exam. In this, since somebody, after failing, of course, he is expressing here the emotion of sorrow. And another example we can say, take: wow, what a beautiful scene. What a beautiful scene. So in this we are showing surprise. So children, we can see through these examples. The first one, hooray, we won the match, showing some kind of excitement, showing some kind of joy, so emotion of joy. So words such as hooray, alas, wow, these are interjections that we have used, and they are independent of uh, grammar around it. Okay, they don't need any subject also. Sometimes they may express a complete meaning as well. So we simply use these words or phrases, interjections, to display our strong emotions. Okay, so they express feeling rather than meaning. Hooray, we won the match. It shows emotions of joy. Alas, I failed the exam. In this, the emotion of sorrow is being expressed. Wow, what a beautiful scene. So, emotion of surprise has been shown over here. All right. So, let us just discuss the rules for conversion of exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. Now, let us turn to rules for conversion of exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. So here we are going to discuss the rules of exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. First of all, we have to remove all interjections. Okay, so exclamatory words or interjections, exclamatory words such as like bravo, ouch, these interjections will be removed. Okay, we are not, when we are changing an exclamatory sentence from a direct to indirect speech, we are supposed to, we must remove these words then, and we have to use in place of them the words, the feeling that they express, the meaning, the of course the feeling they express. Like bravo stands for some kind of excitement or happiness, then we'll be writing, in place of bravo, we'll be writing the emotion that it expresses. Okay, like ouch, some kind of disappointment it expresses. So when we change the exclamatory sentences containing ouch word, then we have to remove these words, we have to remove these interjections, and in place of them, see, for example, ouch, if I have seen, then ouch is to be removed, and ouch stands for some kind of disappointment, then of course we have to replace this word um, by the word disappointment. Okay, so I'll show you more afterwards. So here we are just writing the rules. We have to change the reporting verb. Here I write in short only reporting verb said to. Reporting verb said to, change the reporting verb said to into exclaimed. Alright, or we can use cried out, prayed, applauded, etc. Okay, so this rule we have to keep in mind. Change the reporting verb said to into exclaimed. I mean, in place of said to, we have to write exclaimed, cried out, prayed, applauded. All right. and we have to use conjunction that to introduce the reported speech. Okay, the reported speech. So as you can see, the three rules, will write the fourth rule also. Let us understand this. First, we have to remove all interjections and exclamatory words like bravo, ouch, wow, and in place of them, the feeling that they express, we have to write. Okay, the words that stand for those feelings we have to write, as I just now discussed about it. Change the reporting verb said to into exclaimed, cried out, prayed, applauded. All right. Use conjunction that to introduce the reported speech. So the fourth rule that we write, if an exclamatory sentence begins with words like how or what, because we've seen sentences also in which we say what a beautiful house it is or how amazing it is, like that we say. So we may use words like how or what. We can see the use of these words. When we change them into indirect speech, we have to remove them. Okay, and express their sense, express their sense, express their sense using words like great. So the fourth rule says if an exclamatory sentence begins with words like how or what, we have to remove them and express their sense using the words great. So we have to use the word great, big, or very. Okay, for example, what a scene should be removed. What a scene, it should be changed into it's a great, or we can also say wonderful scene. It's a great. So in place of what a scene, we have to write it's a great, or we can also use wonderful, wonderful scene. Okay. So children, in this we have to also note a few things like in the indirect speech, I would say we say here wished good morning. Okay, or wished good evening. right? So, or we might also say wish good afternoon, but we also say in place of them, we also say bid goodbye. Okay, we also say bid goodbye or bid farewell, or we also say bid good night, right? So the fifth important rule that we are going to write here, um, we have to remember that we have to change the exclamatory sentences into assertive sentences when we convert them into indirect speech. Okay, so exclamatory sentences are converted into assertive sentences, like we change the interrogative sentences also into assertive sentences when we change them into indirect speech. All right, and the exclamatory mark, that is also removed. The exclamatory mark or the mark of exclamation, mark of interjection, we would say, is removed, right? And a full stop, because we know assertive sentences end with full stop. So, and a full stop is placed at the end of this sentence. Okay, at the end of the reported speech. It's clear, I think. Exclamatory sentences are converted into assertive sentences, and the exclamatory mark that is here I have shown in the bracket, okay, it is removed and a full stop is placed at the end of the reported speech. All right, or the indirect speech. Indirect speech. So after going through the rules, let us go through some examples. Okay, so if I just remind you of the rules, rule number one is that we have to replace the reporting verb said to by exclaimed or cried out. All right, and we also have to remove the words of exclamation or exclamatory words like hooray, wow, and they are to be replaced by the feelings they stand for. All right, and we also have to keep a note of the thing that words like what, how, they are also to be replaced by those words which stand for the same feeling or which show the same sense. All right, and we also have to remember the exclamatory sentences when we change them into indirect speech. The um, the exclamatory sentences will be changed into assertive sentences, and the mark of interjection or exclamatory mark will also be removed, and in place of that we have to put a full stop at the end of the reported speech or indirect speech. So let us just go through some examples. The boy said, hurrah, we have won the cup. So this is an example I'm showing. The boy said, "Hurrah, we have won the cup." All right. So this is an example of a direct speech. Now the boys. So here's boys. The boys exclaimed. Now the word hooray stands for happiness or excitement. So as we know that said will be replaced by the word exclaimed, we have to write in a replacement for the word hooray. As we are not supposed to write these words while we change them into indirect speech, so we have to remember that. Okay, the boys exclaimed with, and what emotion they stand for, or what sense they stand for? They stand for excitement, okay, or joy. We can write joy. Okay, and the rest of the part of the sentence we can see it's a simple assertive sentence, and we have to also keep in mind the other rules as well, that we have to change the tense. Okay, it's a present perfect tense, so it will be changed into past perfect tense. And another thing that we have to keep in mind is we have to change the pronoun as well. So pronoun, first person pronoun is there, so it will change according to the subject of the reporting verb. So in place of we will be writing they. Okay, that will be, before that we have to use to remove the inverted commas or to introduce the reported speech. Okay, the boys exclaimed with, the word will be here with. Okay, with joy. The boys exclaimed with joy that they had, present perfect tense will change into past perfect tense, they had won the cup. Right, so this is indirect. And we can take another example. I said nonsense. Okay, so these are interjections that we are using, exclamatory words, and it's an example of direct speech. So I exclaimed that it was nonsense. Right. Okay, we can take some more examples. The teacher said, well done my boys. Okay, the indirect speech will be, the teacher exclaimed with joy. The teacher exclaimed with joy that his boys had done well. His boys had done well. Right? So this is how we are supposed to change a direct speech containing a phrase, exclamatory phrase or exclamatory sentence. We have to understand the sense they display, right? And we have to keep in mind that the reporting verb said will be replaced by a word like exclaimed or cried out or applauded. Any other word can be used. We can use most generally exclaimed. Okay, the teacher exclaimed, and then well done, that stands for the feeling of joy. Okay, so we have to write exclaimed with joy. Then we have to use that, as we had done earlier also. So we always have to use that to introduce the reported speech. Okay, that his boys. Okay, we may have to make some modifications. We have to create some sense. We have to convert this phrase into a proper sentence. Okay, a proper clause. We have to convert the phrase into a clause, that his boys had done well. Okay, now I take some other example here, some more example we can take, some different type of example, like which is starting with word like what a great sight. So remember, we have to remove the word like what or how that can be used. Okay, so we have to remove that, and in place of those words we have to write the sense, what they stand for. Okay, what sense they stand for. So we can use the word like great or very. Okay, so what a great sight, it will be changed into it's a great sight. Yes, yes, it's a great sight. Indirect. Now we might say what a nice girl she is. Okay, here we are showing you the direct speech. What a nice girl she is. So we have to change this exclamatory sentence into an assertive sentence. She is a very nice girl. So we have used the word very. Okay, so we have used the word very to remove the word what. Okay, so words like what or how will be replaced by great or very. Okay, so these are the examples, and many more examples we have to do, because it is very important to keep practicing. As I said earlier also, that unless we make it a regular habit, make it a habit to practice regularly, we are not going to master it. So to master the direct and indirect speech, it is very much required that we should practice daily. Okay, I will give you exercises at the end of all the sentences, when we will have completed. I mean, this was the last one, I think. Yes, this was the last one, and then we'll start with the miscellaneous exercises, in which I'll be providing you in the description box also in my next video, the necessary exercises that you can do. Plus, for any suggestions or for anything you want to say, or any questions or any doubts that you have, you please write it in the comment box. Thank you so much for listening to me, and also please keep practicing. I would ask everyone to, those who are really interested in learning direct and indirect speech, they need to keep practicing every day. Okay, bye bye, take care.